Alright, this is how to install a trail armor skid plate on a RS1. I took the roof off. You probably don't have to, you can just slip a strap under there. Took another razor, anything, truck, and just pulled that down a little bit. And then have something to catch it if it falls. And that's it. Now I gotta take all these screws out. Every single screw holding the skid plate. So you have 10mm screws all over this. Pretty much everything is 10mm. You have a couple Torx right here. I think those are 35s. They go along with the rest of the machine. That's not even a okay. Well, the new Trail Armor one comes with a plate that goes all the way out front, right there. So that's really nice of them. So yeah, just gotta take all these out. I think we might have lost one there. There's one that came out here. I think I lost one. It's alright. Jeez. I think there's gonna be a lot of mud in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Make sure to save all your hardware too. It says that in the directions. Oh, wow. That went right in the right spot. Yeah, they say save all your hardware. So I'll just get that out of there. Get the rest of these removed. So these two are actually T40s, not T35s. Where's this guy? Oh. So we'll trade out the impact for the wrench. Oh, that's not bad. I was expecting that to be pretty stuck, but it's not. Alright, that's ready to go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put one of these back in. Oops, that's not the one. I'm gonna put one of these back in right here. Kind of hold the skid plate so it doesn't fall like the back one did. So now I can come over here, take this last one out, pick up all the washers and bolts, take this last Torx out. Jeez. Pick that up, and I can take the last bolt out. Should drop right out. or not. Oh, maybe there's something else in there. Nope. This takes a little tug. Oh, I know. I think it's... No, it wasn't caught on that. I don't know. But a little work and it comes right out. Oh, and there was not another screw that goes in on this side. Remember on the back one, I was like, oh, I must have lost one. But for some reason, there isn't one over there. Oh, there's a shifting cable right there. But so I just pulled the hose over, and after digging out as much mud as I could with my hands and a stick, I just hosed it off. And now be an excellent time to grease all this stuff up. Got the prop shaft there, all the sway bar links to the chassis, one on the other side, and then the front ones are underneath right there. So you're going to start with panel C, and it's going to go all the way back to your little hook there, and start right here at that brace. And you're going to put 4 OEM screws and bowls back in at those locations. Just kind of leave them a little loose so you can shuffle it around if you need. To get that panel up there, I kind of just laid it on my stomach, rolled underneath it, and with my right hand I held it up there and then used the impact. Just get a bolt started and that's it. Then you grab panel B and loosen up this previous bolt you put in until it's just flopping there. Then you put this joint together. You'll see how it laps together. You gotta put the flange underneath it and stuff. And then you put 2 OEM screws in there in the front. And then you want to grab the A piece, and that really freaking sucks putting that in. It honestly does. These pieces here aren't bent too much from the factory, and it really makes it difficult to push those and then push it into place. You can see how much that's sticking down still. It's just really, really tight. So I kind of set it on my stomach again and used my knees at this little lip here and had these loosened to like just a thread, and then push this up here and then use my knees to slide it back, and then carefully went and grabbed with my other hand and put one of those 4 OEM washers or bowls and screws in. So next you want to take a ratchet strap and kind of tie all the pieces together, bring them as close as you can, and then align the panels as best as you can that way. That one doesn't look, but that one's pretty well aligned. And then tighten all of these, final tighten every fastener you put in so far. So now you locate this U-shaped piece here. Take the 3 sticky pads off and place it underneath. until you get all 4 of these holes to line up. Mine aren't aligned right now, but I'll do that in a minute. And then once that happens, you grab 2-inch screws out of the kit. It comes, all these are included in the kit. And you grab the 2-inch self-tappers and then their own bowl washers. And you send these home through the back. The 2-inchers go in the back here, the very back of the machine. I kind of think that's going to interfere. Well, maybe not. I was thinking maybe it's going to interfere a little bit with that bolt going through there if you ever want to take that off, which I probably will one day, to put different radius rods on. But I'll remember to take these out, I guess, when that time comes. And another tip I'm going to put in the beginning of the video: grab yourself a 3/16 drill bit. And it's way easier to start out with this. Get these started, especially on the round bars. They are such a pain to use self-tappers on a round bar. So I used a drill bit for most of them, and as long as you just go through the first bar, you'll be just fine. Don't punch all the way through it. Alright, so after you put those 2 2-inchers in the back, you find 2 1.5-inch long self-tappers and then their own bowl washers. And then you put these 2 front ones in first into the pipe. You might have to drill it out first. It's kind of hard to put those in on a round bar. I can see I'm going to have to do it again here. And then you're going to tighten these all the way down. Kind of looks a little goofy there, but and it comes really close to the back, I guess tie rods you call these here. And but I guess that's alright. They will self-clearance if needed. Then you take 4 1.5-inch self-tappers. Boom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tighten them all down. And then you take 2 1-inch self-tappers. Put one here, one on the other side of this joint. And then the C-plate is completely done. Make sure everything is fully tightened. So next you are going to grab these 2 plates here, 2 of the U-nuts, and put the U-nuts in the bigger holes. There's a big hole and a smaller hole on each of these plates. Put the U-nuts on the bigger holes. Grab 2 bowl washers and both of these 1/4-20 thread cutters. Gonna have the thread or the U-nut on the outside. You're gonna slide that behind there, have the U-nut on the outside, and you're gonna bolt that together right now. And then you will put a 1-inch self-tapper on the inside. How they want these plates in there isn't very efficient, I guess. They almost need to get rid of this bend at this section. Maybe trim it or something, I don't know. Or get different plates in there. Because this bend doesn't let you put a flat plate behind it. You see over here, I even moved my U-washer to the side. I put in here it's always weirder with trying to film it. Alright. So you put in there, line it up straight. And then you have this sitting way on the ledge up there. Well, you can't. There's no way to do that, to fasten that. the 3/4 inch long screw isn't going to reach an inch in there to the other side of that bracket. So you kind of just have to leave it at the bottom on the corner. And then that one ends up being on the low end, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Alright, and then you put 1-inch self-tappers here, 4 of them. You put one there, up here, then up there, and that finishes off your B panel. Make sure everything is fully tightened. Alright, so you are going to now grab 8 1-inch self-tappers and put them around all on the bottom of the A skid plate. Do not put them on the side or back here. Just on the bottom, and then there's 2 right in the front of the skid plate. Get those 2. And then 2 back there, and then 4 back here. Alright, so use a 1.5 inch right here, 1.5 inch self-tapper, and then 2 1-inch self-tappers on this arm. The trailing arm support, I guess you could call it. You can put a C-clamp here to help out. Can't really get it centered too good. It's probably the best it's going to be. It's really hard to bend 1/2 inch plastic by hand, you know. So I got it flat and I just put it in there. So alright, and there it is. The full trail armor skid plate for the RS1. After you put those 2 in, or those 4 in on the trailing arm supports, then I went over every single one with a regular ratchet just to make sure they're as tight as I want them to be. That's it.